There are public figures who shine quietly, not through fame or spectacle, but through heart. Some families fade gently from the public eye, their stories softening into memory. But every so often, someone does something that stops everyone in their tracks. That's what happened when viewers tuned in expecting to see Carlin Bates, a familiar face from the Bringing Up Bates world, known for her laughter, warmth, and unwavering optimism. What they got instead was something far deeper, something that would move fans to tears. It didn't come through a statement or a headline. It came straight from her heart, raw, unrehearsed, and real. Carlin Bates announced she was stepping away. No filter, no script, just emotion. Tonight we look back at that unforgettable moment, the reason behind it, the emotion that carried it, and the courage it took for Carlin to say, "I need to step back." This story isn't just about television or social media. It's about family, faith, and the quiet bravery it takes to choose peace over pressure. Carlin Bates has been more than a reality star. Since her teenage years, she's been part of a story America grew up with, a big, faith-filled family where love, laughter, and lessons were shared freely. But even after Bringing Up Bates ended, Carlin's light didn't fade. Through her business, her YouTube channel, and her connection with fans, she became a voice of encouragement for young mothers everywhere. Her smile seemed endless, her positivity effortless. But behind that radiant energy was something few could see, a silent struggle that had slowly been wearing her down. When someone like Carlin steps back, it's not just another influencer leaving the screen. It's a daughter, a wife, and a mother choosing healing, choosing to breathe again. For months, fans had sensed something. There were whispers online, moments of concern after Carlin's hospital visits, and quiet updates about her ongoing health battles. She had been dealing with frightening fainting spells, dizzy spells, and energy crashes that doctors still struggled to explain. She never dramatized it. She always smiled through it. But those who loved her most knew she was tired, deeply, physically, and emotionally tired. On the morning of her final video announcement, Carlin looked calm. There was a gentleness in her eyes, the kind that comes when someone's heart has finally made peace with a hard decision. She sat beside Evan in their living room, hands clasped tightly. The camera started rolling. She began to speak softly, her voice trembling as she thanked her supporters, those who had followed her journey from her teenage years to motherhood. She spoke of gratitude, of the joy it had brought her to share her life, and of the growing need to step away and focus on her health and her family. Tears welled up. Evan reached for her hand. She paused, trying to steady her voice, and then she said the words that no one expected. "This is going to be my last video for a while." The silence that followed was heavy. Fans who'd watched her every week sat frozen, tears streaming, realizing this wasn't content, this was life. Behind this decision lay countless sleepless nights and quiet prayers. Carlin had been pushing through physical exhaustion for months, trying to stay strong for her husband and their two little ones. The fainting episodes, the tests, and the unanswered questions, all of it had begun to take a toll. She had spoken before about her faith carrying her through uncertainty, and about the guilt that sometimes came with slowing down when others depended on her. But now she knew, stepping back wasn't weakness, it was wisdom. Evan's eyes said it all. Though he's always been the quiet strength behind her, this moment was hers. He didn't interrupt, he didn't try to fix it. He simply reached over, held her hand tighter, and whispered, "I'm proud of you." The tenderness between them filled the room. After her announcement, Evan surprised her with a short tribute, a video montage of memories from their journey together. Their wedding day, the birth of their children, laughter from their early vlogs, and moments of everyday joy. There were clips of Carlin singing, smiling, comforting others, and simply being herself. As the montage ended, Carlin broke down in tears. This wasn't just the end of a YouTube chapter. It was the close of an era, one that had connected her to millions of hearts. She had inspired countless young women through her faith, her honesty, and her willingness to show both the joy and the messiness of life. Her legacy isn't about numbers or sponsorships. It's about vulnerability, the courage to say, "I can't do it all right now, and that's okay." As she looked at Evan, then back at the camera, she smiled through her tears and whispered, "Thank you for loving me through everything." It was a farewell filled with grace. Not an ending, but a pause. Not goodbye, but see you later. And as the screen faded to black, one truth remained. Carlin Bates Stewart didn't step away because she was giving up. She stepped away because she finally understood what it means to rest, to heal, and to trust that sometimes stepping back is the most powerful step forward of all.